You know that feeling when you check your bank account and instead of immediately closing the app in horror, you actually smile? Not because you're rich, not because you just got paid, but because you finally feel safe. You're not calculating whether you can afford a coffee. You're not wondering if groceries mean eating instant noodles for the rest of the week. You're just calm. There's a specific number where this shift happens, and it's not what most people think. Most financial gurus will tell you that you need $1 million to feel wealthy. Others say 6 figures is the magic number, but they're wrong. There's a much smaller milestone that completely changes your relationship with money, and once you hit it, everything changes. That number is $20,000. My name is Nick, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, financial psychology, and why some people seem to build wealth effortlessly, while others stay stuck for decades. If you want to understand how money actually works instead of hoping things magically improve, this video will change how you see wealth forever. Before we go deeper, let me ask you something. When you think about building wealth, what comes to mind? Maybe you picture someone born rich who never had to worry about money, or someone grinding for 40 years, saving tiny amounts and hoping it's enough. But wealth building doesn't work the way most people think. Here's what really happens. There are financial thresholds that act like invisible walls. Once you cross them, the rules of the game change, and $20,000 is the first major one. It separates people who eventually build real wealth from people who stay stuck paycheck to paycheck their entire lives. Most people don't even know this threshold exists. Think about pushing a heavy boulder up a hill. At the start, it feels impossible. You're pushing hard, barely moving it, sweating, questioning if it's even worth trying. But once the boulder reaches the top, something interesting happens. It starts rolling on its own. $20,000 is that moment. Before it, everything feels uphill. After, momentum starts working for you. But here's the surprising part. The biggest change isn't mathematical. It's psychological. When you don't have savings, your brain lives in survival mode. Every decision is driven by fear. You take the first job offer because you can't afford to wait. You stay in toxic situations because leaving feels risky. You say yes to things you hate because you need the money. This isn't weakness, it's biology. When your brain is focused on survival, it literally cannot think long term. It's like trying to plan a vacation while your house is on fire. But when you cross that $20,000 mark, something powerful happens. Your brain finally gets space to breathe. You stop asking, how do I survive until next month, and start asking, how do I grow this money? You stop reacting to emergencies and start planning for opportunities. That shift alone puts you ahead of most people. Research shows that even a small emergency fund dramatically increases financial well-being. But when you reach 3 to 6 months of living expenses, for most people around $20,000, the change is massive. Not because you're rich, but because you're no longer desperate. Now let's talk about the math. Let's say you save $1,000 per month and earn an average 8% return. Your first $20,000 takes about 19 months. It feels slow, painful, boring. Most people quit here. But your second $20,000 doesn't take 19 months. It takes less, because now your money is helping you. By the time you reach higher amounts, the acceleration becomes insane. At $400,000 invested, your money can generate $20,000 in just a few months. Same effort, same strategy, different results. That's compound interest finally waking up. But here's the most important part of this entire video. Saving $20,000 doesn't just change your bank account, it changes who you are. To save that amount, you had to build discipline. You had to delay gratification. You had to say no repeatedly. You proved to yourself that you control money, not the other way around. That identity shift is priceless. Once you hit $20,000, unexpected expenses stop feeling like disasters. Car repairs become annoying, not life-ending. A broken laptop becomes an upgrade opportunity. A rent increase becomes a negotiation, not panic. You also start seeing opportunities you couldn't access before. A business idea, a career move, an investment. Money doesn't magically create opportunities. Options do, and savings give you options. This is also when your relationship with work changes. When you're paycheck to paycheck, you're trapped. You can't negotiate. You can't push back. You can't walk away. But $20,000 gives you something powerful, walking away money. You don't need to use it. Just having it changes how you show up. You become more confident, more assertive, more valuable, and people notice. That confidence often leads to better opportunities and more money. Now, here's where most people mess this up. They reach $20,000 and immediately spend it. A new car, an expensive vacation, a lifestyle upgrade. Don't do this. That $20,000 is not a reward, it's a foundation. It's the seed that grows into financial freedom if you protect it. Here's something uncomfortable. Most people spend more money on cars over their lifetime than it would take to become financially independent. Car payments don't make you wealthy. They make you feel wealthy, temporarily. Meanwhile, investing that same money builds real freedom. Once you understand opportunity cost, your decisions change. You stop asking, "Can I afford this?" and start asking, "What is this really costing my future?" $20,000 won't make you rich overnight, but it will change how you think, how you choose, how you live. It's the line between surviving and building. Start working toward it today, because your future self is depending on the decision you make right now. Trust me, they'll thank you.